Thousands of people across Venezuela have taken to the streets to protest President Nicolas Maduro's disputed election victory. Maduro's loyalists on the National Electoral Council declared him the winner of the weekend election, despite claims from the opposition that the real vote tally tells a different story. Officials in the U.S. have joined a number of other countries calling for transparency and the release of the voting results. Venezuela's main opposition leaders led a march in Caracas Tuesday. Most of the demonstrations have remained peaceful, with some exceptions. A local human rights watchdog, Foro Penal, says at least 6 people have been killed and more than 130 protesters arrested. CBS News has not been able to independently verify those numbers. For more on the protests, we go to Lilia Luciano, who is in Caracas. Lilia?
John, good evening. Here in Caracas, across Venezuela and around the world, not just the tension is it going up, but also the rhetoric. There have been clashes on the streets. Today, there were mass manifestations, peaceful at first, in support of the opposition. People who say they believe and they trust that opposition leader Maria Corina Machado and who they believe is the president-elect Edmundo González Urrutia, in fact, are telling the truth, are showing the evidence, are proving that he was victorious, that he won the election, while the government of Nicolás Maduro maintains that they won, but still won't show the evidence, still won't reveal the voting tallies, the official results, and that's what the international community is demanding from them. But just as the heat is going up in the streets, so is the rhetoric. Today, the opposition is demanding and saying, show us the proof, and then the government, the president, has been saying there has been a coup, there has been an attempt to take down my government by force. They're talking about violence that has been spreading across the streets of Venezuela, but they're also the head of the National Assembly accusing the opposition of violence, of deaths. This has happened in the past, and the opposition leaders who had been pointed to as starting the violence, as instigating violence, ended up in prison or in exile, and in some cases a combination of both. Today, the leadership, the president of the National Assembly, called for Maria Corina Machado and Edmundo González Urrutia to be arrested. So we can only expect that, although now the protests have died down because there was heavy rain, the tension, the heat, the clashes will pick back up in the coming hours. John.
Lilia Luciano in Caracas, Venezuela. Thank you.